Well, by default, I'm assuming that every woman is a hoe. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
They're starting off very young.
and if she's not, then that's even better. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt her, and it doesn't hurt me to assume the worst. Going into it, and I don't think that that's problematic. I'm sure Carrie probably thinks it's problematic, but you know,
No,
Can you put me
I
by?
don't
Can
really
you put
think
me
that
by
that's a.
Carrie? Like me,
I
Carrie, and
don't.
Kim should go at the bottom. We're the center of the of Kim too. Appreciate it.
What are we not saying?
no, no, no,
You
no,
are
I'll give
saying
y'all
it.
one better. Give me a
Sorry,
second.
we're more logical, empathetic, and
Most women
we
are
don't think
promiscuous. It's just the truth.
most women, self included. Like you said, most. If you say most, that means all of you guys are probably whores too, with your logic.
And they had the kids write a some type of journal entries. One girl was 9 years old. They had to call CPS because everything was extremely explicit. So they're starting off young, and you think these young girls aren't turning into teenagers and adults and being promiscuous? Y'all are crazy.
Most
Y'all
of
are
them, no.
crazy.
Most of them, no. I
Huh?
don't think that. I think
You
some,
don't think
yes.
most
Most,
women are
no.
promiscuous?
No, no, I don't.
You know what's so interesting? Those same CDC
That's
stats
funny.
will tell you that overwhelmingly most people are walking around with an STI or STD.
Yes,
And
facts.
then we'll sit here and make the argument that I shouldn't
What does
fucking.
that have to do with anything?
No, 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 no. We'll make the
What?
argument. We'll make the argument that I shouldn't assume that most people are whores. That's crazy. That's a
Man,
protection
You only
This
mechanism.
little girl was aspiring to be
one.
a porno actress
What? You're
at nine,
assuming that
10 years old.
everyone gets STIs from having sex.
Girls are starting OnlyFans at 18 as soon as they turn 18. We not supposed to think that women should not be slotted as hoes? I would not want any of my male family members just to be letting some woman into
Wait,
our
wait,
family.
wait,
Wait,
You
wait,
ain't
wait, no, 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 no,
slotted.
wait,
no. Listen,
Molly,
listen. Hold
wait,
on,
Molly.
wait, 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 wait.
Please,
Listen to what
please
Quentin
say
just
that
said.
again, Quinn. Please say
Wait,
that again.
go ahead, say that again,
Please say
Quentin.
that again, Quinn. Yeah, exactly.
This nigga said we
Don't
can't
ever
assume that
question
most people have
anybody's intellect
STI.
up here again after you just
He
said that
said that
dumbass
most
shit.
people, we can't
You don't
assume
even
that
know what
most people
intellect
got
means,
STI.
Slimmy. Shut the fuck up.
He said most people don't have STI. That
Man,
would assume.
you just gotta stop,
Oh,
dog.
Slimmy. He
This is
said most
insane.
people shouldn't assume that people got STIs from having sex. It's literally called a sexually transmitted infection.
Is herpes a STI?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Are you going to answer the question? Why don't you just answer the question? Okay, didn't think so. Well, I just wanted to prove a point. You didn't answer the question. You ran.
doesn't matter the sex.
Yes, herpes is an STI.
Okay, you can get herpes from kissing someone. That's not sex.
Okay, Quentin.
You can get it from using the same needles, blood transfer. That's not sex.
Okay.
Just saying.
How do most people get herpes?
I don't know. I don't know. You tell
Okay.
me.
All
I
right.
don't know.
You being a real diva tonight. You know that?
I'm proving a point. Like,
You're not proving a
But
point.
kissing
I'm more
isn't
logical
sexual
than now.
contact.
You're using fact over feelings right now. You're using your
I'm
feelings.
not using fact
Yes,
over
you did.
feelings.
Yes,
The
you
original
are. Yes, you are,
conversation.
Anton.
The
You're not being a
original
good boss. You're not being
conversation.
a good boss tonight.
I'm a panelist like everybody else.
You're not being a good boss tonight.
I'm
Don't
not a
say that,
boss.
Quentin, because then he gonna go back to being quiet. So shut up.
No, I'm a panelist. I'm not a boss. I take the L just like everybody else. The fact of the matter is, I think it is very, very smart. Your sons should automatically assume that the women that he's going to interact with, as far as that showing interest in him, he should by default automatically protect himself by assuming that she's already slept around and that she's not a virgin and that she's probably been around the block a couple of times. If she proves him wrong, then that's even better. But I think that starting off here, instead of starting off here and getting disappointed, but starting off here and letting people prove themselves is a much more effective way for you to go through life. Under promise, over deliver, have low expectations, let people surprise you, let them be pleasantly surprising versus having these high expectations and then being disappointed by the fact that she slept with your homeboy. So
I don't know how we get into some of this shit, man. Like where people are saying some folks aren't being logical. This is the best logic you could possibly use. If you have low expectations, you don't get fucked over. You don't.
So you're
Are
operating
you
in scarcity. Got it.
sir?
Got it.
We live in a hypersexual
Oh, goodness.
society and we don't think that most people are sleeping around. Are we serious right now?
Man, if you look on IG right now, like what the
These
fuck
girls
you
are
gonna
getting
see?
touched at a young age and we
What are
don't
you
think that
going to
they're
see? Let's just be
promiscuous.
real.
Most people aren't
What are
on
you gonna
IG.
see?
Most people aren't on IG.
fuck IG. Okay, tell Quentin to go ahead and take the risk. Don't use a rubber and assume that every woman is not a whore. And then don't use a
I've
rubber.
never had an STD in my life.
That ain't what I
Oh, he was
said.
taking the risk already.
said-
I never have an STD in my life, and I've used a condom maybe twice in my whole life. So
How do we know that to be true?
What I say?
How do we know you're not to be true? Like what the fuck? How do we know anything not
How
to
do
be
we know
true?
that to be true?
Because I said it, nigga. That's how.
Nope, that's not enough. And I would tell women, do not trust Quentin. Make sure you get a full fucking panel before you go and sleep with him unprotected. Let him prove that he does not have it, and then you also get a full panel also. Until they show you differently, don't assume that they're not exactly what it is that you think that they are.
Make sure he updates his my chart.
I don't. My chart tells you anything. I mean,
That's
because
why I said go get a full panel.
tested and then walk out and do whatever, and now you've got whatever it is you just got tested for.
That's why I said don't do a full panel.
Yeah, that one girl with HIV that
The Quest
Anton
come back. Don't
interviewed,
Quest come back like
she went
the
like
next
3
day?
times before she found out.
I'm saying go together at the very least. Like looking at somebody's my chart from even a week ago or from yesterday means absolutely nothing.
I don't even know how to look at
24 hours not good enough no more?
You can leave from being tested, do some questionable things.
Quentin's mentality is the
Wait
reason
a minute.
why-
So wait. Say that again, Kim.
Damn, Kim, hold on.
Say that. Wait. Kim, I just need you to say what you just said.
I
Just say
said
that again.
you could go and get tested today, walk right out of there, do some questionable things, and now you've got something that would not have shown up on your my chart.
Okay, so by that logic, what you just said, you shouldn't walk around thinking by default
Facts.
that somebody got something. That every don't nobody got nothing.
You think that?
Don't nobody got nothing.
I never said that you should think that. I think that's the best case scenario, and that's why you should be protecting yourself.
What the
No,
fuck was we
that's what I'm
debating for
Y'all
then?
literally proves my point.
Oh my man, y'all!
Y'all
I
literally
can't
proved
believe
my
this just took place.
I
I
literally
can't believe this just took place, man.
Y'all just
What
proved
I
my point.
said was you shouldn't be imagining that everybody is a whore. I'm on Quentin's side with that, but
Man,
you assume that there's a disease. Absolutely, that'll probably
just
keep
proved
you
my
from
point. That's
so
crazy.
you're gonna assume that everybody got a disease, but you're not gonna assume that everybody a hoe.
You only have to have sex with one person to have a disease. What do you mean?
Kim is right about that. That's true.
What?
You literally
Y'all
I knew a
kind of
girl
both
who,
got a
yeah.
point.
Man,
Yeah.
y'all wilding tonight, man. Y'all wilding tonight, man.
I knew a girl who lost her virginity and she had an STD from the guy.
But what I was asking Kim was, okay, so if y'all get it together and it says clean right then and there, and then you go home, take a shower, and then that person go home.
it's all still a risk. It's all still a risk. Because Anton told you he'll go home and shower. Quentin says sweat wash it off. I'm just saying, like,
Quentin said that.
Yeah, don't
I
put
didn't
that
say
on
that.
me.
I didn't say
You
that.
just say sweat wipes off.
Don't put that
I
on
don't
me.
know.
Quinn said the sweat wash it off.
Put that on Q Diddy.
Well,
Don't put it
I'm
on
trying
me.
to bring up my my chart, and my my chart it don't say nothing because you got to add the organization. They don't
Oh,
just throw
nigga, you
everything
pulled
on
up that
there.
my chart that didn't say what you wanted it to say, so now you don't want to show
No,
it to us.
nigga, it says exactly what the fuck I told y'all. I said, nigga, you gotta add the motherfucking organization for your shit to pop up. They don't just put it on there, nigga.
Yeah, you put the hospital, right?
Show your my
Yeah, you
chart.
gotta put that hospital. You don't. They don't just put it on there like y'all niggas be
Show
saying.
your my chart then.
Nigga, I don't have no reason to have one, nigga. I gotta add an organization, nigga. Fuck you,
Add it then,
mean?
nigga. You've been working
You
the
should
same
get
place for a
checked
long
up
time.
every year.
No, nigga, show your my chart.
So there's 8 different hospitals. So I just add the one that don't have my STD, I guess, and show you. Is that what you want me to do?
Show it.
You're
You want to
so
show it?
dumb.
You want to share your screen for everything else? Show it, nigga.
One moment, please.
Sign in and
Just
show
go to your favorite hospital that you've been going to.
It's not on here. It's Mercy. It ain't on here.
add your organization, nigga.
Mercy
We'll wait.
Health.
Also, let it be known that you have to specifically ask to be tested for herpes. To be tested for herpes.
We can't see that, Mika.
Don't
Travis.
no, Mika. We want to see Quentin's.
It's not gonna say shit, nigga. It's gonna say that nigga got some nerve damage. That nigga got carpal tunnels. About all it's gonna say.
No, Kim, that joint took me out. I ain't gonna lie. What you just said. It took me
Curry, what you got to say now?
That y'all niggas dumb as fuck.
She just recording everything. Look at her.
No,
I don't have
no.
nothing to say.
Perfect. Love you. It's so great.
Yeah, it seems like y'all. I guess I do have something to say. I think that some of you just really want to overemphasize that people are out here being whores and sleeping with everybody, as opposed to me what's more important, like to let,
Good
especially if you're
people.
gonna say something to your son or to give advice, is like get to know a person, know what you're looking for, figure out how you're gonna tell how a person is. Don't assume that everybody is like you. Don't assume that everybody is a virgin. Don't assume, like, I don't think you have to label it like just assume everybody is a hoe. I think giving more context is actually more like helpful. So I'm not
Facts.
mad at the logic. I just don't get why it's so important to be like, so therefore I'm thinking everyone is a thought, is a hoe, and has an STD.
Well,
I
I
knew
mean,
girls getting abortions in
the
high
first thing I
school,
said, the first
So
thing
do
I
I.
said,
So did I.
and
the
we had
first
a
thing, the
daycare in
first
high
thing I
school. So I
said, the
don't.
first,
That's all I can think of. Women be
the
sleeping
first thing I
around.
said is to observe. I literally said that you have to observe people. That was the whole first thing that I said. So, like, with observation, come to these conclusions. You
No,
can
I
see
agree with you.
how a woman moves. Like, if she, for one thing, the easiest shit to find out is when she hugs a dude. She hugged this dude. He keep his hand on her hip for 30, 40 seconds. She don't even move his hand. It's something there. Especially if she came there with another dude. It's something there. She not gonna remove this dude's hand and she with somebody else. You can assume she don't give a fuck.
40 seconds is a long time.
They belong to the
Exactly.
Like, that's
streets.
a long
I've seen it. I've seen longer than that. I've seen longer than that. Real talk. No cap. I seen longer
Well,
than
men
that.
like sharing though. So do y'all
No,
care?
come
Do y'all
on, Molly.
really?
Stop.
I mean, y'all
Stop.
probably don't like sharing y'all wife, but
Stop. Stop, Molly. Stop. We're not doing that.
We see the industry pass arounds. She's
Yeah,
right.
that's in the industry.
it's a
That's
lot of
in the
cups out
industry.
here. Lots of cups.
It's a lot of contradictions going on.
To be clear, I said from the very beginning, I think that men are intelligent enough to know the difference. Did I not?
Don't recall.
You don't have to recall, baby. You can rewind and it will tell you everything you need to know.
Don't recall. Don't
Oh,
recall.
wow.
Mm-mm.
I love you, Carrie.
If somebody seen Cassie walking down the street prior to her getting pregnant, they would think, oh, you know what? It's just a regular wholesome girl. They wouldn't think that she got donkey fucked.
Oh no, hide him.
They wouldn't think
Mm-mm.
that she got pissed on in her mouth. They wouldn't think that.
I don't think that people would just assume she's a wholesome girl. I think that they might just be like, that's a pretty woman. Like, I don't think that people are giving that much either way. That's why I'm saying I think it's more important what y'all are listing either
Yep.
way, because you don't know a person. You don't know. So to me, that's the more important message. When you meet someone, son, daughter, you don't know them. This is how you start. This is how you learn to get to know a person. This is how you observe. This is what you should look for. This is this. This is that. To me, that's way more beneficial.
And what exactly could you look for to be able to find out if she got pissed in her mouth?
And that's why, bro, honestly, that's why I asked you, like, okay, what does it mean to
No.
look at somebody
I'm
like a
asking a
hoe or what?
specific
So
question. I'm asking
this is
because even though I'm betting, I'm still
honestly,
assuming.
Anton.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Even
Sorry.
though I'm betting, I'm still assuming the worst.
Cassie.
I still assume the worst. So, what I'm asking you though is, how do you vet for a chick that got her mouth pissed in?
I don't. I mean, short of you being able to look her up and they show it on the internet, or you ask around, like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking you. Even if you observe a person, there's going to be women who are obvious, like, okay, like Slimmy said, you're hugging them all along, you're doing this, you're doing that. But what about people who are able to conceal their past? How do you really find that out? I don't know.
You
I
assume
don't
the
know.
worst. You assume
But how do
the
you
worst.
disprove it?
Even if you assume the worst and you start looking to see whether or not she's a hoe and you decide that she's not, you'll never know whether or not she got her mouth
Which is
eaten.
why I buy deep. I know I do. I know that she did some wild shit.
How would you know, Anton? How would you know if
Because
somebody?
I do wild shit. Because I understand the nature of men. I do wild shit.
I'm with Mika. I'm gonna leave that one alone.
Y'all can leave it alone if y'all want to.
Okay, all right. So that's how Anton would know. I don't know how you
Send
would
her the
know
fuck
if
out.
somebody.
Send her back outside.
Maybe she decided she didn't like it and she'll never do it again. We
So
don't.
what, you go and you would bring each woman inside and see if she lets you do that to her, and if she does,
No,
you know she's done it before, and if not, then you're like, all right, you never did that.
no, I automatically assume that she did.
I get you. You say you'll assume she did, but how would
I'm
she
not
prove
listen.
that
My
she
thing
didn't?
is, I'm not trying to prove you wrong.
So how do you end up
I'm
with
okay
a
with
girl?
you
How
being
do
a
you end up
hoe.
finding? Okay, but how do you, with what you're saying? How do you then end up finding a woman that's not one?
You got to marry your best friend that you've already been around for a long time.
Jesus.
I say it all the time. I am consistent. I say women should marry their best friend. And then I also say that women most times have already passed up on the man that they're supposed to marry. I say it.
What if your best friend was? What if your best friend slept with other people?
Well,
And you
no.
know that because
No,
that's your
no.
best friend.
I'm talking about getting married younger. If you're getting married later in life, if you're getting married past the age of like 30, 40,
No,
you
what
got to
if your
assume that
best
you
friend?
listen.
What if you?
You got to assume that you're marrying a hoe. It just is what it is. If you are getting married past a certain age, you have to assume that you're marrying a hoe. It's just
For
the
all my
reality.
young brethren listening, out one ear and the other.
Okay. Go
Somebody
ahead.
said if a woman is pretty, then you just automatically assume she a hoe.
If you're getting married at a later age, just take the L.
And see,
Oh
maybe
my
we
God.
just
But what if
supposed
you're younger and you know your best friend has already slept with somebody or multiple people and
Take
you're
the L.
younger?
Then you taking an L. You're making an informed L decision. You're taking an L. Unless unless you're
I would
marrying a virgin,
advise most people.
take your L, dog. You making a compromise.
I
Now
would
my
advise
situation
most
is a little bit
people to see
different.
the best in others until they prove otherwise,
No, fuck
and
that.
then and
My
then
situation was a
adjust
little bit different.
then adjust accordingly.
My situation was different. I've known her since high school. She was a virgin, and that's it.